based in Galway City here, and I work with Shaquille on a lot of things. My personal connection to this is my mother is from Kashmir, and members of my family who are over there at the moment are caught up in what all of you and your family members are experiencing, which is a communications blackout, complete state oppression by the Indian government, killings, shutdown of social media, people, a complete lack of free movement. People can't move from A to B without being questioned, and ultimately the autonomy of these people, the autonomy that these people had for years, and we're getting somewhere and we're building up their own independence and solidarity with themselves, has been broken and taken away in just a few, in a couple of legal sentences. And that's why we ask, I suppose, the people of Galway to stand with the people of Kashmir on this. That's why we've organised this. That's why a lot of brothers from Limerick have come up to travel, and they will speak as well. But ultimately, I suppose what we're doing here is, with these flags, with this banner, with the condolences, with the messages on behind you, is to make Irish people and other people aware that these atrocities are happening at the moment in the Kashmiri region, and ultimately to call on the Irish government in whatever pressure they have or can do to put pressure on the Indian government to back down. And obviously, and I mean this, we encourage, as somebody who is half Pakistani, we encourage both the Indian people and the people of Pakistan to respect the wishes of the people of Kashmir. We can't just assume from those of us who are Pakistani that those wishes are there. They may not be. They need to respect the wishes of the Kashmiri people first and foremost, and not repeat the mistakes of the Indian government, what's happening. I'm sure there are hundreds upon thousands of Indian people as well that support the Kashmiri people. This isn't a protest to divide, it's to call for solidarity. This is a vigil. It's to remember those people who have died in the recent weeks and in the past, and also to draw attention to the fact that this is happening in the world right now, but a lot of countries in the West are unaware of it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Shaquille, if you want to say something, or if any of the other brothers from Limerick wants to come and say something, please come up and say something.
तुझे कर जहरों में
We are all here from Galway people to be with Kashmiri people, and we acknowledge that there is very, very serious things happening at the moment, and like the Indian government to let Kashmiri people to decide what they want to do with themselves. So we should ask them to leave them alone, and all the killing could be stopped.
Thank you.
Very fast, come.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah, you want to say a few words? Come on.
Today we are here to show solidarity to our brothers and sisters of
Let's go
Indian
close,
occupied
close.
Kashmir. We, being people of independent Kashmir and Pakistan, can feel the sufferings and the pain of people in occupied states. We have a strong point to project our case to international communities, and that is inhumanity. Inhumanity here symbolizing those innocent Kashmiris who are being victimized for nothing. The people of Kashmir have been waiting for their basic rights promised to them 7 decades ago. But see what is happening after more than 70 years of non-stop suffering. India's nationalist government leader Narendra Modi has abrogated the special status of majority Muslim region Jammu and Kashmir by scrapping the Article 370 and 35A, which is absolutely illegal and inhuman. We strongly condemn this cruel step by India. The Indian government has shut down all communication between the region and the outside world, as well as placing it under curfew with more than 900,000 soldiers in a bid to stop Kashmiri voices from speaking out against the move. Kashmiris have been cut off from the whole world. No one is realizing the fact what might be happening to those armless innocent souls who are fighting for their basic fundamental human rights, and that is self-determination. The right of self-determination is every human's basic right. This is illegal annexation of a military occupied territory is unacceptable. India has crossed all records of atrocities in Kashmir. Every day occurring human brutalities of Indian forces in Kashmir is a huge question mark to also call Human International Organization for Human Rights and in particular to UN Human Rights Commission. We often say that international community is not sensitive about Kashmir issue. But it is. It knows the fact, understands its sensitivity, but it's silent and reluctant. But they shouldn't be silent anymore. The world needs to solve the Kashmir issue to owing nuclear flashpoint. They should take notice of this violence and steps should be taken to curb this cruelty. Kashmir is one of the most beautiful places on earth, which is turning into hell because of Indian cruelty. Kashmir are not aggressors, they are victims of aggression. The dispute about the state of Jammu and Kashmir is not only an issue of piece of land, but is an issue of the basic human rights for Kashmiri people. It's the issue of humanity, as there are hundreds and thousands of killing of innocent people in Kashmir, Indian held Kashmir, on daily basis, and the so-called human rights champion are still silent. Lack of response and sense of responsibility from United Nations is one of the major contributing factors towards human rights violation in Kashmir. International communities need to convince India to stop human rights violation in Indian occupied Kashmir and to give Kashmiris their right of self-determination. The India should be made accountable for its brutal deeds and must realize it cannot keep Kashmir hostage anymore. At the end, I would like to request international community, please speak up for the hundreds and thousands of innocent Kashmiris. Not because they're Kashmiri, not because they're Muslims, but because they are human beings like me and you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I have to say that people of Western countries, they didn't understand problems there in Kashmir. They didn't know that. What's the Article 370? They are changing actually the demography of Kashmir because the Modi government is the most extremist government in India. Most extremist. And they are not just Muslims over there, no other religion people safe, which is for the international community, they have to think about it. Because of this, it's gonna be long war gonna be started, and nobody can stop this war. It's more than 15 days. They lock down the Kashmir. They're raping over their women. They're raping children. They are killing children. They are using the pellet guns. And Western media is not showing this kind of things. They are not showing. They are not showing even one thing. They just showed that is locked down. And where is the United Nations? We have to push the United Nations to see that. See that over there, what the Indian army doing. They are killing innocent people. They are just killing and raping kids. Even they didn't allow for the Eid festival. They didn't allow for the Eid festival, for the Eid Qurbani. And then United Nations, they were sleeping. They were sleeping. That's it. And the Western media as well, and the Western media as well. And I blame on the Western media. They have to do something. They have to show. They have to show what's going on in India and in Kashmir. Thank you very much.
तू बोल से
put signs up on the thing at the back. Do we want to go gather around that because it might look better for?
Yeah.
Around here. And maybe just gather again in a circle.
Yeah, like
What the?
John wants to say something.
Guys, what we'll do is the plan is. Does anybody else have? Sorry, guys, just one. Can you just get yo for 1 second? We'll have a few more words first, so if people want to say anything else, I think that's good. It's important to get these things out. There's probably people here that have family over there, direct family who they haven't heard from, who might want to say a few words. Then when we're done, we'll push against that there, take a picture, and then we'll leave it at that. It's up to you, but I think that after that, then after a picture and after a few more words, we leave it at that. But can I just add to it something that I'm sure organisers here, I'm sure there's members of political organisations, Kashmiri political organisations, that realise that we have to have some sort of a demand on the Irish government to organise something. You know what I mean? And a demand, a reasonable demand, and I think the previous brother said it there, is specifically that the legal demand, that the Article 370 be reinstated, and that the Irish government back, a unilateral country's demand for that article to be re-established. That should be just a minimum. I think the second demand that people have mentioned is a demand on the media. That is separate, and that's why we're doing this here. The reason we're doing this here is this will be in the local media now, and then people will talk about it. But we should have a demand on the national media maybe, and on the international media that's Western based, to actually cover these stories more. I don't know if there are established organisations. I know there are some Kashmiri, KLF or other organisations represented here. If you have a list of demands that can be pushed to both the Irish state and to the Irish media, that's something that we then can, after this, can continue to push and maybe get a petition going and that type of thing as well. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are gathered here in the solidarity of Kashmiri people who are suffering in Kashmir since last 72 years. We want the decision of the Kashmir according to the UNO resolution. Now India revoked the Article 370 subsection 35A, which gives the Kashmiri nation a special status that no other state. If we go into the history, it's not only in Indian constitution. Before the partition, it was a free princely state, and we had that law in our Kashmir. Now, India got the agreement with Maharaja according to 370. Only India got interest in defense, communication, and foreign affairs, not in other articles. Now we demanding India to discount Article 370 and 35A. If they don't, then it will happen similar like Palestine, the way Israel went in there, bought the properties, and now become Israel. And they are following the footsteps of Israel, and they're going in Kashmir, revoking 335A, and going to buy the properties. And under that thing, Kashmiri community, Kashmiri people become the minority, and India will become the majority. And in nowadays, in the news, if you are hearing RSS and Modi's people going into Kashmir, they're killing the innocent civilians and raping the children. In BBC report, Al Jazeera report, they are telling like 4,000 Kashmiri people moved from Kashmir to India, and they don't know where they move it. And today I was reading an article. It says like over 1,400 Kashmiri women been raped in last days. It's curfew there. They're saying in their media like they remove the curfew and it's peace. If you listen, follow the BBC News, they're showing the real face of India. There is no media, no communication. People of Kashmir like us, we are looking for our families. We have no communication with our families since the curfew happened. Then house arrest, imprisonment for the political leaders who are raising voice for the Kashmir. We are here to give a message to India, to Modi. You cannot do with the force. You already tried since 70 years, 72 years. There were two wars, big wars between you and Pakistan for the Kashmir. There's no result. We still resisting and we will resist against your illegal occupation. Thank you.
Nice.
Sorry guys, do we, like, what are we doing next year now? Because like, do we want to get a picture of all of us together? If we do that, we should probably all go against with this at the front, the banner at the front of the flag. To be honest, brothers, to be honest, you know, here, me and Shaquille organised these things. One second, Shaquille. Me and Shaquille organised these videos before. We know exactly what we're doing here. People have walked past, and I'm not trying to. They would have joined us by now. So we take a picture here. There's no point marching because no one knows what this is about. And our demands are not against the Irish people here. Our demands are against is awareness. Do you know what I mean? I agree we can pull up here a bit, but it's the only reason I said it was just because there were signs at the back, and it would be nice to see them. But yeah. So if you want to like.
ਜਾਨ ਇਧਰ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਓ ਨਾ ਬੈਨਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਬੈਨਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਜਾਏ ਨਾ
Okay, so maybe this banner at the front, the banner at the front, and everybody behind. Sorry.
You want to say something?
Yes. I agree. You should push forward a bit. Yeah.
No, you can say.
Okay, guys, if you want to do this properly here, pull forward a bit. Pull forward a bit here. Not everybody's got to stand at the front. Some people are going to have to go behind. Okay, and maybe hold the condolences thing maybe here at the front as well. Maybe get
झंडे ऊपर करो यार झंडे ऊपर करो जरा
बच्चे किधर ना ये
बच्चे आगे लेके आओ
इस्माइल
फाद आगे आओ go forward
hold this बनाओगे वीडियो थोड़ी देर के लिए थोड़ी देर 2 मिनट के लिए
मदीना
लेडीज आगे आ जाए लेडीज पीछे
सिस्टर्स आप आगे आ जाएं थोड़ा इसके ऊपर डालना है
इसमें लेडीज कम दिस वे
उधर से रास्ता दे सिस्टर आप आगे आ जाओ
हेलो उधरों बनाओ मैं उधरों बना
दूसरी साइड वाला बटन लो
चलो We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. Justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We need peace. We need peace. We need peace. We need peace. No killing in Kashmir. Stop! Stop! 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 Killing in Kashmir. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom.
मेरा गला ही खराब हो गया
बोल name बोल
Go India.
Go India. Go!
We want
Freedom!
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 Go India, go!
Go! Go!
Modi! Sham! Sham! Modi! Sham! Sham!
Modi shame!
Sham! Sham!
Modi shame!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
Sham! Sham!
Modi shame!
Killer! Modi! Killer!
Terrorist!
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Modi terrorist!
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Modi terrorist!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Modi terrorist!
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Modi terrorist!
Sham! Sham!
Modi shame!
Sham! Sham!
Modi shame!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
Kashmir banega! Pakistan! Kashmir banega Kashmir!
Yeah.
We want
Freedom!
We want
Freedom!
We want free Kashmir! We want
Free Kashmir!
We want
Free Kashmir!
We want
Free
We want Stop killing!
in Kashmir.
Stop killing! Sham! Sham!
India shame!
Sham! Sham!
India shame!
Killer!
India.
Modi killer! Modi killer! Stop killing in Kashmir!
Modi, stop killing in Kashmir.
दूसरे करने ना और नारे लवाने नहीं क्या
एक दो बोलो
UNO where is
UNO!
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 stop stop
Killing in Kashmir!
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 we want
Freedom!
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 terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
we want we want we want we want justice we want
Justice!
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 we want peace we want
Peace!
we want
Peace!
we want
Peace!
we want
Peace!
Stop killing in Kashmir.
stop stop
Killing in Kashmir!
stop stop
Killing in Kashmir!
stop
Killing in Kashmir!
stop
Killing in Kashmir!
stop
Killing in Kashmir!
wake up wake up
You!
wake up wake up
You wake up!
wake up wake up
You wake up!
wake up wake up
You wake up!
where is
UNO!
where is
UNO!
where is
UNO! 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 UNO!
who is terrorist who is terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist where is
UNO!
where is
UNO! 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 UNO!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi terrorist!
terrorist terrorist
Modi!
Lift the curfew. Lift the
we
curfew.
want
Freedom!
we 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 want to lift the curfew as well.
remove the
Curfew.
remove
Curfew!
we remove we demand
Remove curfew!
we demand
Remove curfew!
we want
Freedom!
we want
Freedom!
we want
Freedom!
we want
Freedom! We want freedom! We want freedom! We want freedom! We want freedom! We want freedom! Terrorist! Terrorist! Modi terrorist! 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 Modi terrorist! Stop killing!
Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
We fought!
Freedom!
We fought!
Freedom!
We fought!
Freedom!
We fought!
Freedom!
Stop killing!
Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
We fought!
Free Kashmir!
We fought!
Free Kashmir!
We fought!
Free Kashmir!
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Who the terrorist?
Terrorist! Terrorist!
Who the terrorist?
Who's the terrorist?
Who the
Who's
terrorist?
the terrorist?
Who the terrorist?
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
Stop killing!
In Kashmir!
We fought!
Freedom!
We fought!
Freedom!
We fought!
Freedom!
Kashmir belongs to
Kashmiri!
Kashmir belongs to
Kashmir!
Kashmir belongs to
Kashmir!
Kashmir, Kashmir, free Kashmir. बोला ना फिर कश्मीर कश्मीर
Kashmir
कश्मीर
Kashmir
Kashmir!
Kashmir Kashmir
Free Kashmir!
Kashmir
Free Kashmir!
Kashmir Kashmir
Free Kashmir!
Kashmir Kashmir
Free Kashmir!
We want
Freedom!
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 terrorists terrorists
Modi terrorist!
terrorists terrorists
Modi terrorist!
terrorists terrorists
Modi terrorist!
पूरी रोड बंद करी छोड़ी सी
एक फरमिया उठा जाओगे
जे के लफे से लेवे
Well, just put up what's this big. Let us put this
Hello everyone, I am from occupied Indian Kashmir and I can't speak to my family past 2 weeks and I don't know either they are alive or dead. But Indian government send more troops. The highest troops in the world is only in Indian administrative Kashmir. We say occupied since 1947 and we announce to Modi, he is the evil man. All the minority in India is on danger. They kill Dalits, Christians, Muslims, Sikhs, any minorities in India are on danger. And I request Irish government, they can help to save the minorities of India. Shame, shame!
India shame!
Shame, shame!
India shame!
Shame, shame!
India shame!
Modi shame!
Shame, shame!
Shame, shame!
India shame!
Thank you very much.
Does anybody else want to say a few words? Or you want to finish it up? Yeah? Do you want to finish up like a...
इस यार रैली थोड़ी जी कट ना
Okay with you?
इस यार थोड़ी जी रैली है
Yeah.
और मैं इस यार थोड़ी जी वॉक कर यार कुछ नहीं होना सी मैं रोड बंद करी होगी
Yeah. Well, we didn't organise a march. This was just a vigil. We were just going to stand here and get a picture. So already this is a lot more. Yeah, I think so, guys. Otherwise, you go any further.
वो आना सी परमिशन नहीं
वो इस तरह कर ही नहीं हो सकने गाड़ा आ जाएगी थोड़ी देर आ गई होनी
नहीं इशू
भी बंदे ने पूछे मैं हाँ
ये मारो थोड़ी सी वीडियो उधर से जाके मेरे पे देना मारो उधर से
A lot of Irish people have watched their faces. They don't really. They don't know what Guys, we're going to wrap up now and finish. Thanks very much for coming on to support this vigil that myself and Shaquille organised for the people of Kashmir. Can I just ask that the board with the condolences on it, if people want to write more, because there's like a lot more people here than there is that have written on that. So please write on that, because what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to tweet it at organisations in Kashmir and Pakistan and India, so that they see that you guys wrote on something and it goes to them. And it's a nice way of showing solidarity. But beyond that, we're going to stop now here. And if anybody needs any more information, they can either talk to myself, Shaquille, or the guys here who've been shouting and chanting as well. Okay? Thank you.
I would like to thank you, Mr. Joe, and Brother Shaquille, who organized the solidarity. Here we gather here to do the solidarity with Kashmiri people. I would like to thank you, and I really appreciate and be really grateful for such a thing. And you prove our hearts are same, and our feelings are same as a Kashmiri, as a Galway. And I really appreciate it, and I don't have words to say thank you, Joe, and Brother Shaquille. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much, guys.
Guys, does anybody have a marker, a black marker? I had 2 of them for that thing there. Oh, yeah, there's 3 of them. Sorry.
आ जा